Hi everyone, Owen here from Savaz Adventures. I just want to welcome you to my 2024 year in review. Now, before I start a little montage of some of my favourite moments from the past year, I just want to say first and foremost a very big thank you very much for 100 subscribers. It's been a goal for quite a while since I first started the channel. Well, now we've got it. Let's see how many we can get. So once again, thank you very much. Here's a little montage of my favourite moments for 2024. Enjoy. So far. Cowabunga time! Ah, so I could have hit that as well. Oh well. I'm in a stream now. Oh my god. Okie dokie, so I hope you like that little montage. Yeah, as you saw, it was all the hikes and pack rafting that I've done this year, from the hiking the Rus, parts 1 and 2, the Eurocrest Trail, started just before the Chasseral, I think stage 7 to 14, I think, 13 give or take. Yeah, so an additional 6 stages done. The Alpine 9 stages, the Alpine Panorama Trail, Alpine Panoramaweg, I believe. Then of course, you know, my recce of Lac de Brenny, Lac de Moron, and other various hikes and so on. So, not forgetting about Norway either, the trek that I did there. Yeah, regarding Norway, this isn't just my year in review, this is also my debrief video for Norway, but we'll get to that later on. And you know, pack rafting, definitely a big development in progression of that sport, with you know, buying the new boat and so on, from upgrading from the Caribou to the Classic. So yeah, you know, starting off with some flat water pack rafting on Bodensee, moving on to the Lint Canal, and then the Rus for some easy white water, and then finally the Rheinslucht, Rheingorge, Rheinalta, which is actually near where I'm hiking today in the Albula Gorge. So, well, not the gorge, but the valley. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I did have a couple of trips that had to be cancelled this year. The first one being, of course, the Ardèche, which is why I ended up hiking the Alpine Panorama Trail, Alpine Panoramaweg. So it was meant to, you know, be a very easy 3-day trip, 2 days up, 1 day down. So 2 days hiking, 1 day pack rafting down. You know, everything was packed, everything was all good to go for at least a few days, because I always pack, you know, 3 or 4 days before I actually have to leave, so I've got enough time to, you know, check, gear check and so on. But I was due to leave on the Monday, but the Friday before, I got an email basically saying, look, the river's too dangerous for the river crossing, we've had to shut that down, and the path is just too dangerous. So yeah, not the best news for a trip, so it was literally last minute improvisation, but you know, ended up doing the Alpen Panoramaweg, which yeah, was also fun in and of itself. Another river trip that I had planned was the Rhine from Basel to Breisach am Rhein, so along the old stretch of the Rhine before the canal. Unfortunately, that had to be canned as well, again due to high water levels, because May and June were just complete washout. There was no way that I could pack raft safely. Yeah, so before I move on to my future plans, I am going to briefly discuss, you know, what went down with Norway, because again, don't get me wrong, it was a fantastic trip. I loved it, super happy with what I achieved, but definitely some key points would be development of being on my own in nature. Because yeah, you know, being awake for almost 4 days non-stop with maybe 6 hours of sleep total, not fun. So yeah. Also, again, route planning everything, because the trek wasn't actually really supposed to happen. It was I was meant to do a pack rafting trip from going north to south through the entire park, but yeah, I kind of got a little bit sidetracked with wanting to see some views and so on, but still, I enjoyed it. It was a great trip, much better than the first time I went to Norway. Was it 2023 with going up to Stavanger, staying near Oslo, much easier, much more doable. So yeah. Now, moving on to some of my future hikes and future projects. Definitely one of them would be the finish the Jura Crest Trail, which I'm hoping to achieve in early 2025. No, not early 25, but first quarter at least. Continuing the Alpen Panoramaweg for the duration of the spring, and then for early summer potentially going off for the Ardèche. Again, early summer, late spring, definitely doing the a whitewater foundation course, so I can go on a little bit more heavier rivers, and throughout the year going more into the mountains rather than just hill walking. And finally, for the first time in over 3 years, I am returning to the UK. I'm not going back down to southwest England. I am going to North Wales, which is where I've got roots. So yeah, definitely doing some of the mountains up there. Potentially Wyddfa, Tryfan, Glydyr Fawr, Glydyr Bach, Arenig Fawr, Aran. So yeah, have a look, see how it goes, and yeah. Once again, thank you very much for 100 subscribers, and I will be seeing you on my future adventures.